Hi, this is Miko Omagamu from Ixing, and in this tutorial we're going to go over how to change the attachment point of a prim attachment. So if you've ever been frustrated because you've been unable to layer necklaces or wear a shirt collar and a necklace at the same time, then I hope you'll find this helpful. So let's take a look at an example. Today we're wearing the Icing Sequin Starlet outfit, and I want to be able to layer pearl necklaces for sort of flapper look. So if we zoom in, you'll see that I'm currently already wearing the Icing Princess Pearl set. And what I would like to do, if we open up my inventory, is wear the Muse Celine Pearl necklace over that. So if I try to right click and wear this, then we see that it actually detaches my existing pearl choker. And the reason that happens is because they're both actually worn on the chest attachment point, and you can't wear more than one attachment to each attachment point. So what we're going to have to do is actually change the point for one of these necklaces. So let's do that. Let's make a copy of the Princess Pearl choker by right-clicking on it and hitting copy, and then within the same folder right-click and hit paste. And let's actually right click, and you'll see this sort of attached to in the menu, and that actually brings up a sub menu of all the attachment points that we can choose. Now we want to stay somewhat in the same real estate area. We actually don't want to attach this to the upper arm or the knee, as that's going to move with the limb and it's just not going to look correct on the avatar. So something that's close is actually the spine. So let's attach it to the spine. Now we see that we're wearing it, but it's actually not really showing up on our avatar. And if we hop onto this pose stand, we'll actually see why. If we pan underneath, it's actually somewhat lodged unhelpfully in the crotch area. So let's make that easier to work with. Let's detach this from ourselves and hit attach to chest again, which will detach our necklace. And you can see it's already rotated somewhat because we've changed the attachment point. But if we hit edit and then drag this out to the side on the red arrow, you'll see why in a moment. Let's detach this. Let's put the Celine Pearl necklace back on. And let's attach this back onto the spine. And we'll see that if we look down here, it's no longer between the legs. It's actually a lot easier to grab. It's off to the side because we've moved it before. So if we right click and hit edit, and then let's sort of move this into place, we're going to need to rotate and fit this back. And I have another tutorial on how to fit prim attachments, so check that out. Let's rotate this and then into place here. Bear with me while I do this. And let's sort of pan around to see whether that's sunk into the avatar. So that actually looks pretty good and it's layered. So that's actually an easy way to be able to layer pieces without having to detach another piece. What you want to be careful of, as I said before, is to attach it in an area that makes sense. So for the necklaces, you want to stay on the chest and spine. For stuff that goes on the head, hats and glasses and earrings, you want to stay on the mouth and nose and ears. And another thing that you want to be able to do is maybe you want to play a dance animation after you've fit it into place, just to see how it moves with your avatar and if it all makes sense. So the last thing that I'm going to do is right click on this pearl choker and rename it. And I'm just going to say this one's attached to the spine, and then maybe I want to go to my original one and rename that, and this one's attached to the chest. So that's going to be easy for reference later. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.